Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. It's Thursday and that is time for Things We're Making Thursday. Oh, and it is the last Thursday of the month. It's Halloween and it's snowing. Yeah, where I'm at, it's snowing. We're in a freeze warning and it's our first snow of the year. I'm in Colorado. Yeah, so it's a little chilly. I'm like, oh, I'm all snuggled up. I've got this fleece lined little jackety thing on. Like, I'm good. I'm good. It is cold. So, oh yeah, that's not what we're talking about. We're here talking about yarn and stuff related to yarn. Isn't that what we do? I mean, look, I like my yarn and stuff related to yarn, right? You do too. I know you do. That's why you're here. So Things We're Making Thursday is a giant collaboration between content creators and non-content creators. And this is the second year that this has been going on. So for the first year, it was everybody made the same pattern. You picked, so it was mostly crochet, right? Most of them were crochet. So it's a huge crochet along of a specific pattern, right? That was what it was for the first year. Well, the second year it evolved so that it worked into themes of things, and this being October and a lot of people celebrate Halloween, so it's something Halloween themed, whatever Halloween means to you. Now, a lot of the stuff I did for the month of October were Halloween named colors of yarn and things like that. All right, so it's just different, you know, more fall-ish than anything, because I just like the fall season. I love the oranges. I love purples. I like the colors. There's no doubt about that. So that's what's going on. And the next month, it's hats. Well, you would have thought this month was hats for all the hats that I made. But again, today it's snowing. It is snowing right now as I'm filming this. It is snowing and we're under a freeze warning, right? It's like, oh, okay. So what did I do? I did some stuff. I did. Let's see. What did I do? That's funny. I dug through some of the things that I have previously made that would fit the bill for Halloween. And one of them, if you're wanting the little ghosts and stuff, you have somebody in your life that would really just get a kick out of that, this hat, look at this. Spooky Spirits hat. Isn't that cute? That is adorable. And yeah, I obviously loved it. I made this thing, not sure when, years ago. Look at that. And the black and white contrast is perfect, absolutely perfect. The stitch definition shows up really well. This reminds me of like Ghostbusters, more of a cutesy ghost than anything else, just absolutely adorable. Looks like it has a smile almost. Really, really cute. The yarn I used was just a typical value acrylic for the black. Not sure which brand, Red Heart or Joanne Big Twist or what have you, but it's just a value acrylic for the top. The white, I'm not sure. Look at that fuzz. I mean, I made this way before the Colorama Halo came out, and I've got some of that, but not solid white like that. You know, I'm not really sure what this is, but I like it. You know how we accumulate random balls of yarn? Some novelty, some not, and everything. You're like, when did I get this? Where did I get this? That's this. And then here's the other thing, looking on the inside, because you know, it's nice to see the floats, right? What does that backside look like with carrying the yarn? And it's been a while since I made this one. So I can see with this, I was carrying that white double-stranded. So the white was a thinner, fuzzy something, and I carried it double-stranded, and the black was singled. And then look at those long floats. This was a while ago I made that. I would not really want to make the floats that long because, I mean, you can see how easily, if you wanted to, you can get your finger stuck in there. It's okay. Normally I would want to catch the floats, and maybe I didn't because trying to catch those floats with that white, maybe it was going to show through too much. I've gotten better with my color work. I think this looks fine. I think it wears fine. Again, not sure what year I made it because that's just how things work, right? We make things and we just pop them in a bin somewhere and someone will come along and claim it. Well, I still have it, so nobody's claimed it. There you go. That's the way I look at it. Nobody's claimed it. I will link the pattern down below. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. So if you do want to do this, if you want to just practice with your color work, look at that. That's just, you know, very, very simple. That little diamond there. And then this shape up here, very simple, very easy to execute and to get like accomplished. Going, I did it. I did color work. And then you can work on getting into the bigger things. Like I said, you can see with that, I carried those for that whole way. That's not necessarily what you would want to do because that is a large float, right? And the other thing too, this can get caught, and if it does get caught and pulled, it'll pull the stitches on this side, and then that ghost would be smushed together. You know, that's just how that works. But other than that, there is that. So that is something that I haven't shown here before, but I'm going to go over and I'm going to show you some of the other things. Okay, so my hat, not a hat, I did also, and I did this one in Halloween yarn. This is, okay, Halloween inspired yarn. I mean, whatever. It's the Big Twist. Big Twist had, and Big Twist is a Joann Fabrics exclusive yarn. It's just a value acrylic. There's nothing special about it one way or the other. It just does what it's supposed to do. It's just an inexpensive, worsted weight acrylic yarn and a lot of fun colors. I use a lot of it. I really do, for a lot of different things. The color of this is jack-o'-lantern. So it's one of their Halloween themed colors. And I started out making a hat. I'll link the hat down below. I've made the hat multiple times and I will link that. But it turned into a toilet paper cover, a bougie toilet paper cover, because I did reverse single crochet on the edge. That's right, that's fancy. Yeah, so it was going to just be a hat that would probably languish like this one until someone came along and took it. I mean, that's, you know, that's how that works. And my husband said, because I was holding it like this, right? You know, just, and he's like, that's not a hat. And he got the wild idea to turn it into a toilet paper cover. So I added a stem and there you have it. But I will link the hat below that this started from if you're interested, because the stitch is nice. You've got a lot of front post double crochets and it does have a good texture. So it is very, very nice. So that is a lot of fun to play with. So that's my Halloween themed stuff, my jack-o'-lantern yarn. And I also got to play with some of the others. This is another yarn from Big Twist from Joann. This is called their Spooky Season. And again, their Halloween themed yarn. Love it. I thought it was adorable. This is just a plain basic beanie hat, 64 stitches. The black is Big Twist value, any value yarn, any acrylic. I believe I did it on size 8s maybe, I don't remember. And just stockinette, 64 stitches, easy. Well, then I also played with this. So this is the same, look at that. That's the same, they're both 64 stitches. There you go. Both of them 64 stitches. What a difference your stitch makes when you're looking at the hat. I think that is fantastic. If you are interested in this, I do have a tutorial for this. Very simple, knits, purls, extremely easy, and it'll break up what you're doing. It just breaks up the stitch pattern, that's all. Just knits and purls, just breaks it up and gives you just a different look, different texture. So these two are both the 64 stitches, and I believe this one was 88. So I've got the adult hat here for my spooky time, getting ready for the winter. I do make hats with different types of yarn. Obviously this is a 100% acrylic. I personally like the hats that I make that have wool content in them. Not everyone can wear wool. Not everyone can play with wool. I can, so that's what I make, a lot of them. But here is an acrylic one, and these are kid sizes. I've got the grandkids do like these, which is really good because that's where they're going. And then another child size hat. Like I said, I've been on a hat kick. It's getting cold. Oh, it's the same pattern. This is the same pattern right here. Just a nice breakup of the yarn. This yarn is the Big Twist Supernova. If you are interested in this, I'm not hawking it, I'm not selling it, I'm not getting anything for it, but if you are interested, pretty sure this is going to be one of their extreme limited editions, i.e. get it if you see it and you like it, otherwise it's going to be gone. It's a #2 roving style yarn. So just nice, easy, pretty, and everything. And yeah, okay, so These 3 hats I got out of one skein of this, and this is, of course, their variegateds have less yardage than their solids. The variegated was 269 yards. I did have to do the black right here on this one, but the rest of it, I used all of the yarn for these 3 hats. I think that's pretty cool, right? I have that. I'm gonna lean for a minute because I'm gonna show you the other one on this. Ugh, there we go, I leaned. This is only because I was talking about it, right? This is the Supernova, and I got 3 hats out of the one cake. I don't remember how much yardage is in it. It's like 400 and something yards. It's a lot of yardage, but this is what I got from that. So I had plenty of yarn, got to play with it. There you go. Got 3 good hats. So yeah, it's hat season. And guess what? Next month is hats for things we're making Thursday. I'm ready. Holy cow, I am ready. I guess I've been ready for this nice cooler weather coming in. I don't know. I don't know if I'm so ready. I'm snuggled right now. This thing right here, it's that fleece lined stuff or what have you. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna snuggle with that, have it buttoned up, just be cuddled all day long. You know, just put the hair up and good. So those are my things that I made for the last day in October, things we're making Thursday with the Halloween theme. Like I said, most of my stuff is just the Halloween themed yarn colors, and the ghost hat, I don't know when I made it. I made it. I don't know when I made it. And that's kind of fun, you know, just going, oh, I did that. I remember that. And I was scrolling through is when I found it. Or I know actually I was digging through one of my bins. I was digging through a bin going, when did I do this? And then I remembered I have one that is a jack-o'-lantern. And I made that one years and years ago. And I don't know if we actually gave it to somebody, because it took a lot to give that one away. I don't know why. Just nobody was interested. And my husband wore it for a while. But I was trying to find that one. I think it's still in the house somewhere. I'm not really sure, but it was another color work one that I was playing with. But it's fun. The whole thing is just fun. Playing with yarn and exploring. And I look at it as painting with yarn. And it really doesn't matter if you're knitting or you're crocheting. I do both, but it doesn't matter because the point is you're using the yarn and you're creating something beautiful. Who cares if it's knit or crochet? Now, I will say if you can do both, your options have just grown exponentially. And if you want to dabble in with the Tunisian crochet, holy cow, you just really opened up your stuff. So it's just another way of using the equipment and the materials and all of the stuff you have to create something that in your mind's eye is absolutely lovely. And that's all we're doing. That's 100% all we're doing. And this time of year, I'm making a bunch of hats. And oh, I got a wild thought. Since we do have November, coming up in November is all hats. And I know my son's asked for a hat and I'm finishing up all the other Christmas things, but I decided to add some stress into my life and I would really like to make hats for the people in my office. Yeah, so we'll see how much I continue on with that thought process. I'm not telling anyone in my office that I'm thinking about doing that because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings if it doesn't come into fruition. You know what I'm getting at. But yeah, you know, that whole, hey, it's like November and I'm going to add to my list. Yeah, do you do that? Do you do that? Do you make crafts for the holidays or do you like, no, I'm not doing it? I started it years ago and I'm still doing it. Yep, still doing it. And it's pretty cool because the family still wants them and that's a blessing. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.